Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking a lot, so bear with me. We have a lot to reflect on, and we got to talk about Tori's future plans. I mean, here she is going into another off season perfectly healthy and looking good at the same damn time. Guys, notice our lower valance is off. We took that off for Dirt Dragon at King of the Street because I didn't want to mess with the beams or anything. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't like that it is off. But every time I come off the trailer, it bend the valance up, bend my tag up. Now I can just pull up on the trailer and it's fine. But we have a lot to talk about, guys, because 2025 was an amazing season. We accomplished a lot. We competed in challenges that we never competed in before, and we did very well. But what's next? We went fives in the truck. That's what I wanted. I don't know what's next, guys. And King of the Street sparked something in me. It sparked something in me, guys, to the point where before King of the Street, I was thinking maybe we detune Tori and go to 670, run 670, compete in ODSS. But I got to thinking, like, bracket racing isn't fun. I did a lot of 670 over the years, and it doesn't do anything for me, especially at King of the Street when I was dialed in for 670. It was so slow to me, it wasn't even enjoyable. And I'm not going to travel the country going to these ODSS events to potentially win $1,000. And my truck's detuned. And I'm traveling 10 hours away. Like, it doesn't sit well with me. And the journey of pushing to go faster and getting new PBs and competing in challenges that I had no idea how I'd do or how I'd place. And that journey is what fuels me. That's what makes me want to keep going. And I can't see myself detuning Tori to go 670, especially with the setup we got on it. Like, if I wanted to go 670, I'll bring old Dusty Nugget out, stock engine, nitrous, big injectors, we'll go 670 with a stock turbo. Like, I built Tori to be a 670 truck. The engine that's in Tori was meant to be built just for 670. Here we are pushing 1,1600 horsepower through it. And that's fun to me. Pushing things to their limit is fun to me. And detuning Tori just doesn't sit well. So, guys, before we dive into what's next, let's talk about 2025. Came into the season, new injectors, trans brake, bump box. Didn't know what to expect. Went into Diesel Truck Wars. 400s weren't fueling right. Something to feel right. I was running a higher pulse with than I was with the 300s last season. And something just was not right. Something wasn't jiving. But we went to Diesel Truck Wars anyway. No seat time on the truck with the bump box and the trans brake. And we quickly realized that the old suspension, the factory suspension, was not happy with that. And I was also running a too high of tire pressure, which worked for a lot of people, but it just did not work for us. And we didn't know that. We're all new to this, you know. And guys were telling us to put more air pressure in. We're putting more air pressure in. It was getting worse. And we just couldn't figure it out. And UCC came around. We competed in the 72 fast class. And fuel only sucks. That's another thing I realized with this truck especially. And we were also battling suspension issues. And leaving on the trans brake was so violent on the stock suspension. I said it multiple times in other videos, guys. Leaving on a trans brake really shows how crappy your suspension is. Leaving on a foot brake, I mean, the truck usually would go decent. I mean, the best 60 foot I ever had with Tori foot brake in it, I believe was a 144, 145. Guys, we did a 137 this year, but I'm going too far ahead. So we're in UCC, or not UCC. We're doing in the 72 fast class at UCC or ODSS, ODR, whatever you want to call it. And I think the fastest we busted off was a 680 something with like a 1.6 something 60 foot. Wasn't it? Went back to the drawing board, realized that the suspension on Tori wasn't going to cut it, you know. Called up the guys at Fire Punk, They got us in. They got us set up. And guys, like the first outing back with Tori, PB 60 foot. And we realized what the truck likes and what the truck loves, tire pressure wise, shock wise. And that's when we had our only failure of the year was we had a burnt up converter after UCC. That's the only failure we had this year. Majorly, like a major failure, I should say. So pull the trans out. Everything looked good in the trans. Put my AX back in it. Put the 80 back on it. That's when we shot for PBs, guys. That's when we were trying to go fives, and we did, believe before. No, we didn't even shoot. We did. What did we do? We did our drag and drive, and we did extremely well, guys. Extremely well. That drag and drive was a testament to how well built this truck was. A full week of beating on it, driving it, over 1,000 miles we put on it without a single issue. And even though 10.0 wasn't turned up, still very respectable for a 6,000 pound truck, you know. And I was super pumped with that. Then that's when we shot trying to go fives every week, trying to go fives, and we're just busting off passes after passes quicker than my old PB at 630. And that right there, that journey right there reminded me of why I do all this. It's to constantly push myself and trying to achieve things that I once didn't think that was possible. I didn't think going nines in this truck was possible last year or years before. I didn't think going fives in this truck was ever going to be an option. Never did I ever think that, guys. And that's what is super fun to me. And that's what drives me, is pushing this truck to things or places that I didn't think I'd ever do or ever achieve. And we did those things. And I can't see myself detuning the truck and running slower, and especially for what I built the truck for. Yeah, I built the truck for 670. I put a roll bar in it. Now that I look back, I wish I had just did a full cage. But I can't see myself detuning it. So all those times pushing it to go fives, that was fun to me. That was the rush. And I think before King of the Street, we went 599 at 120. We went 137 to the 60 foot. That is insane. And the truck was only at like 1,500 horsepower. You got guys running fives at 2,000 horsepower in crew cabs. I did it 500 horsepower less than them. And we're cutting great 60 foots. The truck doesn't need a lot of power to go fast. So my platform is perfect right now. I love everything about it, but the engine that is in it, don't think it's going to get me to where I want to be. And doing King of the Street, really, that's what got my mindset on what's next with Tori. And that's when I realized, guys, we got to build a better engine. And there's nothing wrong with this engine. Do not get me wrong. It's perfectly healthy. It's an amazing engine. It's a proven engine for years and years now. Everyone knows that the Fingers Over Bowls, Carrillo rods were just like, it's like the OG setup in the Duramax world. It just works. But it's an LB7 block, and I built this engine for 1,300 horsepower, and I don't want to crack a block. I don't want to hurt anything. So we're going to sell the engine at Tori, guys. You've probably seen it on Facebook and on my stories, and maybe on Marketplace. The engine is for sale on it. It's perfectly healthy. I'll take you for a drive. Do whatever you want. It's got no blow-by. And King of the Street, guys, we never did that challenge before. And I believe we did extremely well. I never pulled with Tori before, and it did very, very well for not ever being hooked to a sled, me not knowing what I'm doing, and I was super happy with it. It did very, very well. And unfortunately, the second heat, the track was crap. And of course, the first heat, I was in the beginning of the class when the track wasn't that great. Towards the end of the first heat, the track was money. Of course, I didn't go. So like towards the end of the first heat, you see guys going further and further and further because the dirt was amazing. Second heat, it was a dust bowl. It sucked. So everybody pretty much pulled less on the second heat than the first heat. But kind of getting off track here, guys. But my point is, the journey and doing things I didn't think was achievable or possible with Tori is what drives me and what fuels me to keep going. So the new goal with Tori for next year is, you guys are probably going to think I'm crazy. You guys are probably going to think I'm nuts. There's guys that are going to laugh at me. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what we're doing, But the goal for Tory next year, 1,800 to 2,000 horsepower. That is the goal. I don't want to push this engine to that. So we have a new engine being built right now. Deposit is paid. We got a new engine for it. You guys are going to have to just hold on tight to when we release that, what else we're going to be doing to the truck. As you guys know, the suspension is dialed. We got this thing dialed now. I truly believe it would have went faster in a 137 to the 60 because it wasn't even tuned up. It wasn't turned up. The nitrous was dialed pretty back out of the 60 foot. We got spider webs everywhere around here. And Tory is dialed, guys. Another thing, what we're going to do first and foremost is we're putting an air shifter in this damn thing because, guys, I'm not going to miss shifts anymore. I'm not going to unlock the converter anymore. I'm not going to downshift it anymore because we got an air shifter right here. And we also have it set up to where I can street drive it. I still have manual lockup and overdrive. And this is going to be controlled by a Firepunk Lemur, and it's going to be going off of nitrous. So we'll have, I already have the kit at the shop. It's a mess in here. It's going to come off the nitrous bottle, and we'll have a MAC valve. That's going to control the shifter. Now, when I'm street driving it, I will just shift it like I normally do. But when we're racing, we're going to have this thing set up to automatically shift. We're going to base on speed. And that should have us dialed. Because I learned with this truck, well, next year's engine will be a little different, I suppose, with a different cam in it. But I'm shifting this thing at, especially with nitrous, it brings the RPM a lot faster when you're spraying the crap out of it, or spraying a lot of nitrous, or what I should say. That I'm shifting this thing at like 4,800 plus, sometimes like 5,100, and it's out of the like the truck's not making any more power at that RPM. I noticed on the dyno at King of the Street, even the dyno at Firepunk, even though it had a 72 on it, but based on logs, you could see in a data log where RPM like drops down, and or the speed drops down on your shift, which goes to show that the truck doesn't have any more momentum. It's actually nosing over because I'm shifting it too late. And you could even see that on my draggy slips where the mile per hour literally dips down and then shoots right back up when I shift it. So this truck with this cam, it seems to be happy at 42 to like 4,400 RPMs is where it makes peak power. Me shifting at 5,000 RPMs, I'm losing probably 100, 200 horsepower. And we probably could have went 580s if I just shifted a little sooner. And that goes back to King of the Street, or that goes back to UCC in the 72 fast class when I'm shifting at 4,800 RPMs with a 72 on it. I could have probably went 670, 660 on it, even with a bad 60 foot. So we got big plans, guys. 2,000 horsepower is the real goal. I want to beat the LMM record that's at 579 or 577 right now. And that is a single cab, weighs in at like 5,100 pounds or something. I'm 6,000 pounds. So we got a lot bit more weight reduction we're going to do. We're not going to cut Tory up. It's still going to be a street truck, but probably going to end up putting a cage in it. It'd be nice if I could keep the main hoop, I guess, build off of it, go through the dash. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. Also plan on putting a fire suppression system in the truck. That is just good to have. Safety is never something to skimp out on, especially you see a lot of guys catching on fire and stuff lately. I don't want to be that guy, and I don't want to hurt Tory. Tory, guys, has been here from the jump, and I don't want to hurt Tory. So probably going to put a fire suppression system in it, do a cage. The only thing that we did hurt at the end of the season was lost second at King of the Street. I adjusted the band. We got second back, but we did a little no prep a couple weeks ago, and we lost second again. So trans needs a refresh. Not a big deal. We had a lot of abuse on it. Tire drag and drive. King of the Street. You guys only seen that I changed the filter out for King of the Street, and that was it, and put new fresh fluid in it. So I've refreshed the trans. Probably do a little different stuff in it now that we're going higher in horsepower for next year. And I may hang bed sides on it just for drag racing, and I want to be able to bolt them on so I could just take the bed off, bolt the bedsides on, and then when I need to do like a King of the Street challenge or something that requires a bed, I just slap the bed on it. And we'll just have brackets made for the bedsides, or we just unbolt them and bolt the bed back on, and we're good to go. So that is the goal for that. So right now we have a new engine on the way, or being built. We have probably going to do a cage, full cage, like 850 cert. That way I could run faster than 640 legally. Get my NHRA license. That's another big goal of mine. And injectors, I don't know yet. We're going to stay with the Bullseye 83. Haven't made up my mind if I'm going to go to T6 yet. And I haven't made my mind up if I'm going to go to a bigger injector, because you guys know, we just talked about earlier, the 400 just weren't jiving, and LMM ECMs are very finicky. But we're going to a different piston for the new engine. It's going to be a narrow bowl. Talked to Jeff. He said that my old 400s may work better. So, talk to some people and figure out what we're going to do there. Worst case scenario, we try them. If the truck doesn't like it, we put the 300s back in. I just don't want to push these 300s 2,000 horsepower. I mean, the pulse width's going to be pretty spicy trying to do 2,000 horsepower with 300s. But I mean, it can be done, but don't really want to push them that far. But that's our goals, guys. I mean, I got big announcements to make to what we're doing next year, but that's the gist of it. I'm just so happy with how well this year went with Tory. Only failure we had was that converter failure after UCC. Actually, when I got it back from Firepunk, we were testing, trying to get the suspension in, we hurt the converter. But that is it. Besides losing second gear at the end of the year, but that's 48 things. That's 48 things. But we still got through a challenge with it. Like, if it was an Allison, we'd be cooked, and I wasn't rebuilding a trans and pulling a trans out in the grass and refreshing it. Like that ain't happening. Like that, no. So we'll keep the 48 things. We got to adjust second gear band more next year. So be it. It is what it is. But guys, like, I'm just extremely happy with how well this year went. Like, everything that I was shooting for this year, we did. We went fives. Drove it to the track, went fives at that. Did a whole week of drag week. Came in 16th out of 200 plus vehicles in a diesel truck. And then we came in 6th in King of the Street in a challenge that I screwed up in drag race and lost first round because I was trying to treat the hell of a guy that I didn't even need to. And my first time sled pulling, and I'm not that great on dynos. Like, I don't know how to spike it. Like, I'm not that good of spiking it, and there's like a science to dynos that I'm not good at. I've never done it. I don't have dyno experience. And the truck was heat soaked when we laid down that 1390 rip, which should have been 1500 or so, being that it's basically the same file that we went out there when we went 590, or no, that was like my 6.0 or 6.1 pass, I believe. 6.0 maybe. It was like 1500 horsepower worth of fuel and nitrous. And we came in 6th place out of heavy hitters in King of the Street, guys. And I'm just happy. I'm super happy because 10 years ago, never would have thought this was possible. Met amazing people. Not only this whole decade of owning Tory, but this year we went some crazy places and places that I never thought was possible, and super happy with it, guys. But just wanted to give you guys a little update of what the plans are for Tory, and we're not stopping anytime soon. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep evolving, and we're going to keep making memories with Tory, because guys, you only live once, you know. And this has been a high school dream or a teenager dream of mine. I never would have thought I was going to make it this far. And I just can't see myself right when I'm at the peak of doing the best I ever did with Tory to stop now and go back to just being consistent, or whatever you want to call it. Being down in 670 index, just that's not fun to me anymore. I want to keep going and keep pushing things, and that's what's fun to me. That's what wants me to keep going. And you're only getting older, so I'm only getting older. I don't want to have any regret saying, I wish I would have went the next step. And guys, that's pretty much it. I will keep you in the loop with everything as things start coming in. Tori's going to go in the garage until someone buys this engine, and that's where it's going to sit. I'm not going to put any more miles on it. It's going to sit in the garage. Someone wants to buy the engine, I'll pull it. If no one buys the engine, we may end up putting in Dusty Nugget because it's a solid engine. But guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the feedback I get. Even though I don't get many views on here, still appreciate you guys for watching and seeing you guys at the track or talking to some of you guys on social media asking for advice. I really appreciate it. I do see the support, and can't wait for 2026, guys. We got big plans. I can't wait to announce it. We'll probably announce it beginning of next year, and I think you guys are going to be pumped too. Some of you guys are probably going to laugh. It is what it is. People laughed at me. I bought this truck 10 years ago, and people laughed at me when I said I was going to go 11s with a stock turbo. People laughed when I said I was going to go 10s with a stock engine. People laughed when I said I was going to go mid-6s with a stock engine. People laughed at me when I said I was going to go 9s. People laughed at me when I said I was going to go 5s. We did all them damn things. But I appreciate you guys that support. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Dusty Nugget is coming back together. We're just trying to find used parts. I don't want to buy new because that is the budget build. Trying to find used 100s to 200s injectors, 10, 12 mil CP3, and used Y bridge kit. If you guys got any of that, hit me up. Prefer Extra G on the injectors, and I don't want an eBay Y bridge kit. But that's pretty much it. That's all we need to get Dusty Nugget back out, and it's just sitting ready to go, ready to drive. We just need pull in a Y bridge kit. I want to buy used. But guys, appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's with big news with Tori. See you guys.